now, John.
Good evening. It's July 24th, 2025, Thursday, and we're in Studio 3A today. And it's my pleasure and my distinct honor to be speaking with Mr. John J. Jeckovich. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
You look wonderful in your burgundy sweater.
Burgundy sweater?
Yeah, I heard you had a little party today.
Huh?
I heard you had a little party today.
Oh, yeah, that was a big party, wow.
And you went with Vicky.
Yeah.
And you went in the old-fashioned photo booth.
Yeah.
And you had your picture taken. What kind of music did they have for you at the party?
They had ensemble. They had three people singing, playing violin, tuba, and something else. Good music, good music.
It was good. Did you have a nice dinner there?
Yeah.
What were they serving?
What they were serving? The food was good.
So you had a nice evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the life. You got the life, Mr. Jeckovich.
Yeah, I got the life.
You had your nails done and your hair cut and
Everything trimmed?
toes done?
Yeah.
What?
You had your nails done, haircut, toes trimmed. You got it going on. How are you feeling today?
Good, very good.
You're looking well. You sure are looking well. Mr. Jeckovich was from Company H, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift, right?
Right.
What year were you born in, Mr. Jeckovich?
What year I was born?
Yeah.
What year I was
What
born?
was your birthday?
October 1725.
I'll be damned. You know, there's a big party coming up for you. Did you see the invitations?
Yeah.
Weren't they pretty fancy, huh? They were pretty fancy, weren't they? Mr. Jeckovich was born in 1925, and here we are in 2025, and Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door of 100. You hear the knocks? They're knocking on your door.
Yeah, eternity.
The big 100 years old. Damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. How did you get such longevity?
Genes.
But didn't you do a couple other things?
Huh?
Didn't you do a few other things that...
I didn't smoke, I didn't drink.
You didn't smoke, you didn't drink. You jogged for 80 years.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich...
Ate the right food.
Yeah, Mr. Jeckovich never took a prescription nor a vitamin. And he's doing pretty damn good. He's doing pretty damn good. What got you started in jogging, Mr. Jeckovich?
Huh?
What got you started in jogging?
I read a book by Johnson, so he says, when you run a set point, don't stop and run a distance and set a next goal. Increase the goal.
When you got started jogging as a little boy, did your brothers run with you?
No.
Did your sisters run
No.
with you? Where are your brothers and sisters now?
I don't know. One's in California, one's dead.
So you're the middle child?
Yeah.
Okay. You're the middle child. Didn't you work at Kimberly-Clark for 35 years?
Yes.
Jeez. How did you get there every day?
Walked.
What about a big snowstorm?
Walked.
What about a big rainstorm?
Umbrella.
So you mean to tell me you worked at Kimberly-Clark for 35 years and the tires of your automobile never touched that parking lot?
No.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Is there something here for Mr. Jeckovich?
No, this came in from...
They never give us a pension either.
Yeah.
Well, let me expand on that before I look at the text, okay? please?
Okay, all right.
Mr. Jeckovich, you brought up a very interesting point. Mr. Jeckovich just said that Kimberly-Clark, what do they make there?
Paper.
Like what kind?
And then on Long Island, they made Kotex.
Glossy papers, toilet paper.
Yeah.
So Mr. Jeckovich brought up,
We made printing paper, double paper. You could print on both sides of paper.
so Mr. Jeckovich just brought up a point. I think we should elaborate on it. Mr. Jeckovich is 100 years old, and let's just lay it out there. Let's tell it like it is. Mr. Jeckovich, out of World War II, worked for Kimberly-Clark for 35 long years. Did you ever miss a day?
No.
What kind of work did you do for Kimberly-Clark?
I worked in a machine room. We made the paper.
So you went from the Battle of the Bulge, that was 20 and 30 below, to the machine room in
120.
Kimberly-Clark. How much?
120.
How much?
120.
Wow, you went to all extremes. So getting
A
back,
lot of dryers in there,
And you
drying the
did
paper.
and we also have text messages coming through a couple months ago from someone said that you were the best paper maker he ever made. He started there at 20 years old, and I imagine you were at your 40s then. He says, that Mr. Jeckovich knew how to make paper. Remember we read you those texts? He says you were the mentor, probably the best paper maker on the whole team in Kimberly-Clark. And that man remembered that over 50 or 60 years later.
John taught him everything that he knew. Yeah.
John taught him everything he knew, and also the man said, I thought there was a lot more to Mr. Jeckovich than just working at Kimberly-Clark. And now he's hearing about these World War II experiences that Mr. Jeckovich just started telling us about
John never talked about the war.
a few years ago, because true frontline soldiers, they don't speak about it. It's the rear echelon that tells the stories.
Showing off.
Showing up. But Mr. Jeckovich, we didn't know. But let's get back to this comment that Mr. Jeckovich said, because it deserves a little bit more time. So Mr. Jeckovich left World War II, and he started working at Kimberly-Clark.
22 minutes.
35 long years, hard years, never missed a day. The top paper maker in the organization. And Mr. Jeckovich said he never got a pension. He's correct. Mr. Jeckovich was cheated out of his pension. It wasn't humane, but it was legal. What Kimberly and Shady, by the way, what Mr. Jeckovich did, he worked there for 35 years, and he thought at the end of the rainbow, at 35 years of service, he was going to get a nice retirement. How much did you get?
Nothing.
Jack shit. So here's the scheme. Here's the scheme. What Kimberly-Clark did was legal, but it wasn't humane. They did a little shuffling around of paperwork, legal paperwork, and they sent Kimberly-Clark to a new owner in Canada. And
NICEC.
What's that?
NICEC.
NICEC. And NICEC took care of a maneuver of filing bankruptcy. So it went back and forth in bankruptcy courts, Canadian organization being owned. Long story short, the legal papers were shuffled. And all these young boys are old men now, they're all 55 and 60, got the big middle finger salute because they were legally ripped out of their pension. They were legally ripped off their pension, right? You didn't get a dime.
No.
So what do we do? What do we do? I know what we do. We have property and rental property all over the United States. And on a small scale, I've instructed all the managers who might be looking or working on my properties, never allow a Kimberly-Clark product on that property. For example, toilet paper and their trademark Kleenexes. Couple times I'll stop in during the course of a year or two, and I find those products there. Many times it was simply by error. They weren't, the managers weren't thinking. We would take the Kimberly-Clark product and we would simply throw them in the trash and get a non-Kimberly-Clark product. Sometimes, just sometimes, not all the times, but we must be honest, if we're in a real feisty mood and we go to one of our properties and we see a Kimberly-Clark product, we'll take it to the back lot and we'll piss on it. Deservingly, they deserve to be pissed on. And that's what we'll do. We won't do that all the time, but let's face the facts. The facts are what they are. We'll do that once in a while.
Well, Kimberly-Clark's still working there on Royal Avenue
Yeah,
and Packard Road.
yeah, well, they screwed all over the World War II veterans legally, and but it wasn't humane. And all the guys that did it of the upper management, what did they get? They're all dead. They're all pushing up daisies. Where did all this money savings go? It didn't do them any good. Because when you have a disease knock on your door, I don't care how many billions of dollars you got, you're gonna suffer and you're gonna die. So it'd be so much better to leave this earth with honor. With honor. For example, many people don't realize, and they should understand this, you're born with nothing and you'll leave with nothing. You know, life is very strange. You arrive with nothing, spend your whole life chasing everything like the motherfuckers, managements at Kimberly-Clark. They're chasing to rip off these young boys' pension of 35 years, and still you leave with nothing. But make sure your soul, this is very important to remember, make sure your soul gains more than your hands. Make sure your soul gains more than your hands. Wouldn't have been so much better just to give these young soldiers a pension and stop jerking around and screwing everybody. They got me full of dastardly deeds when I see the products, and I'm sure they have millions of other people. And then they'll go on TV and spend $1 zillion and tell you what a family type of company you are. Family-oriented company. We've heard that bullshit before. It's all lies.
Have a Christmas party for them.
Yeah, a Christmas party for them. Well, I still believe there's more good people on this earth than bad, don't you? We still believe. Hey, but think about it. All those motherfuckers that devised the plan, they're all pushing up daisies. And the good news, look at this guy on your TV screen. He's in great shape. He's 100 years old. He's doing quite well. So actually it really didn't affect him in the long run. He's doing well financially, physically, mentally, and everything else you could throw about at him. Keep in mind, Mr. Jeckovich, during World War II, he was shot in the shoulder by a sniper. He was beat up. He was stabbed.
Lost a hip.
Lost a hip. He still has shrapnel in his body from a dirty bomb. Frostbite, trench foot. You're still suffering from frostbite.
I got it every night. Every night.
Yeah. He's tough. They don't make people like this as tough. What's that pain level right now?
Huh?
What's that pain level right now?
7.
Yeah, I'll be damned. So, frostbite. Every night. Kimberly-Clark fucked these young boys over. You know, what was the purpose of it? They had plenty of money. Give these guys a pension. They gave them a pension so they could leave this earth. So the Kimberly-Clark executives could leave this earth like honorable people instead of scum, little sneaks, little rats. But that's over with. Mr. Jeckovich.
Well, you'll always be in the poor class.
Yeah. And don't forget, Mr. Jeckovich, when he was in World War II, he wasn't sitting in the rear echelon. He wasn't sitting in the rear echelon typing or cleaning a hallway or something. Mr. Jeckovich was frontline combat, active duty infantry, and for his service, he was awarded the Bronze Star, the Purple Heart, the Army Good Conduct Medal. He was awarded the American Campaign Medal. He was awarded the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars. He was awarded the World War II Victory Medal. He was awarded the Army Occupation Medal with a Germany class. He was awarded the Combat Infantry Badge. He was awarded the Sharpshooter Badge with carbine, pistol, and machine gun bars. He was awarded the Marksman Badge with Rifle Bar. He was awarded the Honorable Service Lapel Button, World War II. That's a lot of medals for one teenage boy.
Yeah.
He did quite well. Unfortunately, Mr. Jeckovich's majority of his records were burned in a fire at the government offices in St. Louis. But we did obtain a few documents, not many. And it says that when you were drafted, you weighed 187 pounds.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
How much you weighed out?
151.
Wow, you lost a lot of weight. You have a lot of catching up to do.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do it. Hey, but on the side note, because Mr. Jeckovich, most people when they get older, they get heavier. Not the case here, not the case here. But he can still put on his World War II uniform and it'll fit loosely. So that's a pretty good bonus. Now let's just see how Uncle Sam took care of Mr. Jeckovich when the war ended. When the war ended, they gave these boys what was called, what the hell was it
Mustering out pay.
Oh, okay, thank you. It was called mustering out pay. And Colonel J. Harris, he decided that the mustering out pay for Mr. Jeckovich would be how much?
$300.
Okay, they decided.
Payable each month.
Yes, so they decided Mr. Jeckovich's mustering out pay for the 4 years of service and all the injuries would be this. To get back to civilian life, to get your life back to where you were, you'll get a grand total of $300 at the rate of $100 a month. Mr. Jeckovich had no complaints, he did it, and he got organized. But think of yourselves, listeners, if you did this and you had a total severance pay of $300, what would your thoughts be? Or think of it, listeners, if you worked for Kimberly Clark for 35 years and they give you the big middle finger salute, what would your thoughts be? Text me. Tell me. I want to hear it. I'll read it. Tell me whatever you want. I'll read it on the air. And then also, Colonel J. Harris said, we're going to give you a bonus. What else did they give you?
Gave him a bonus to get home with.
Yeah. How much was that?
Bus fare home.
How much?
$29.95.
Holy shit. So that was it.
Yeah.
Shot in the shoulder by a sniper. Beat up, stabbed. Trench foot, frostbite. Shrapnel still in his body. Lost a hip. And now they're going to give him the big bonus. Mr. Jeckovich had no complaints. He just took it. But I just thought it was ironic how majority of people bitch about small things today when they affected this old man's life. It didn't hurt him. He's doing quite well anyways. But they're tough. That generation is unbelievably tough. You know, they're resilient. They just keep going. But it's so interesting what a beautiful generation that was. You know, when Mr. Jeckovich got drafted, he was a part of the most selfless and courageous operation in the history of human mankind. Yeah, he was part of the most courageous operation in the history of humankind. Mr. Jeckovich left his house and home to help out complete strangers whom they had nothing in common. You didn't know any of those people.
No.
You didn't know any of them. So how can we be worthy today to honor these guys' legacies? How can we be worthy today to honor Mr. Jeckovich's legacy? How can we be worthy today to honor all these World War II veterans that gave up so much, their legacy? How? I don't know how. Text me.
How about the ones that got killed?
Yeah, I'll get to that. There were 16,400,000 young men and women, very patriotic young men and women, that participated in World War II. Now we're down to less than 5,000 of frontline infantry like Mr. Jeckovich, and we're losing them at a rate of 150 a day. Do the math, yeah. The answer's in your mind, in my mind, and Mr. Jeckovich's mind, and we know the time's up. But these guys were fighters, these guys were patriotic, And these guys had a great love for their country. And they had one thing above all, this generation. That's why they're considered the greatest generation. They had one thing above all, and that's empathy. Empathy is the glue to civilization. Empathy is the glue to humanity. That's what these guys had. That's what these boys and girls had. They had empathy. They wanted to do what's best for their family, what's best for their country, at any expense. Yes, and they did it. So how could we be worthy? Someone tell me. Text Mr. Jeckovich any questions at 407-366-0000. Text Mr. Jeckovich any questions at 407-366-00. He'll be glad to talk to you. He'll be glad to answer your text.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were reading about that January 15th where John got shot.
What's that?
Remember January 15th you got shot and you got that Western Union they sent to your mother?
Yeah.
15 January 1945 diary. On the morning of January 15th, the 291st Infantry went into this first attack as a regiment. The objective was high ground outside Grand Halleux.
Grand
Halleux, thank you, where the enemy was strongly entrenched. 1st Battalion jumping off at 0730 hours. A Company encountered heavy enemy machine gun and mortar fire and was pinned down most of the day. Company B jumped off just before dawn but met stiff resistance. C Company's objective was High Cliff outside Grand Halleux, which was taken at 1100 hours. With the other 2 companies unable to advance, C Company was ordered to withdraw. But under suggestions of CO, now Major Alan Bogardas, orders were changed, and C Company
stayed.
Prepared to hold their newly won gains.
Yeah.
15 January 1945, 2nd Battalion, diary. 2nd Battalion with exposed left flank attacked from Grand Halleux toward Petit Thier. E, G, and G companies led the attack with F Company in reserve. Both companies were pinned down during the day by heavy enemy fire. 3rd Battalion, I received attack orders during the night of the 15th to attack 0700. The 16th of January, the company's sector was in the 2nd Battalion. The battalion had been held by intense enemy fire the previous day. Minutes, please. Company K, 291st Infantry, on the I Company, left when the attack was made.
6.5.
The first objective was over 400 yards and 40 yards of bare open ground, which was swept by the well-hidden enemy machine gun and sniper fire. So they hit their machine gun nest pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
When you blew off like a couple thousand runs with your heavy-duty machine gun, did you stay put?
No, I kept moving.
You kept moving. How come?
Well, they zeroed in on
And
there.
that would have been it.
Yeah.
They zeroed in on Lape, and what happened to Lape?
They popped his head up all the time.
What'd you keep telling them?
I said, keep your head down, keep your head down.
How would he be popping up? Show us.
Just go up.
And then what
I said,
finally
what are you
happened?
looking? You know what's over there. Keep your head down.
What finally happened?
Well, some German had him zeroed in, and one time he popped his head up, he got it.
Blew his head off.
So was that the same day, January 15th, that Lape was
Yeah.
hurt?
Yeah, so Donald Lape was a fine young boy, Mr. Jeckovich, best friend, both in a foxhole. Mr. Jeckovich told him many times to keep his...
He wasn't street smart, though.
What?
He wasn't street smart.
Yeah, let me get to that. Donald Lape was a nice young fella, Mr. Jeckovich's best friend. And Mr. Jeckovich kept telling him, lay low, but Donald Lake wasn't street smart. He kept on popping up his head. Finally, a dirty bomb popped him, blew off his head, and only his glasses was hanging by his ear. Mr. Jeckovich removed one dog tag, his glasses, and sent a beautiful letter to his mother and father back in New York. What part of New York?
Horrible.
And he sent him a beautiful, long, glowing letter. But if there's any good news out of this story, is that Donald Lake died instantly. Didn't suffer a long time. So, you know, mothers, there's always going to be wars. There's been wars for 1,000 years. There's going to be a lot of wars for 1,000 more.
When I wrote that letter, I figured out what she's asking me, how come if I was next to him, how come I didn't get killed?
But you have shrapnel still in your body.
Huh?
You still have shrapnel in your body from the bomb. So mothers, don't make wimps out of your boys. Make them tough. Your mother made you tough, right?
Yeah, well, my mother was tough.
Yeah, your mother was tough. Because we'll have a wars for 1,000 more. Let's, face the fact. Let's not sugarcoat it. There's always going to be wars. So you can make your boys tough. You can't sissify them. You can't make them into wimps. Make your boys tough. If not, you'll be indirectly killing them. Yes, you will. Yeah.
3.5.
On me?
3.5.
Let me pick up a little bit more. Diary, 15th of January, 1945. The first objective was over 400 yards of bare open ground, which was set by well-hidden enemy machine gun and sniper fire. The company gained its objective, but the cost was heavy. Yeah, cost was very heavy. 16 January 1945. Diary. The entire 1st Battalion resumed the attack on the morning of the 16th. The Germans had fallen to a previously prepared position. An assault against these positions by Company B, was determined resisted. Finally, with the aid of several light tanks and troops, swept forward several thousand yards, meeting sporadic resistance and halting only in the face of darkness. The entire battalion was able to advance this day towards Ville-du-Bois. We have more of the diary. We'll read it later. How many minutes?
2 minutes and 10 seconds.
So you remember that quite clearly, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironic things about Donald Lake. He was a great soldier, just looked up to often, lost his life as a teenage boy. But Mr. Jeckovich has been retired in Florida for 45 years. And ironically, Donald Lake's brother lived only a block or two away from Mr. Jeckovich's house. That would have been beautiful if they would have met. And they had a lot in common to talk about, Donald Lake. But we found out that his brother passed away when it was just too late. We didn't know. We just didn't know. Wouldn't that have been nice to talk to Donald Lake's brother? Yeah, minutes.
Minute and a half.
So.
When you got shot up that day, how did they get you out of there? Was there a medic that picked you up?
What?
How did you get picked up?
I crawled back.
You crawled back?
One nurse came out of first aid and pulled me in.
Oh, wow.
A
What'd she
nurse,
say?
an army nurse.
What'd she say?
Well, I was bleeding. I was leaving a trail of blood up behind me. She pulled me in.
You were leading a trail of blood on the snow.
Yeah.
And what did she pull you in, you remember?
In the aid station. She's stationed there.
And then from there you went to Paris?
Huh? Yeah.
Do you remember what this nurse looked like?
Oh.
Do you remember what this nurse looked like?
Oh, yeah. It's a young army nurse, 22 years old.
And she had enough strength to pull you for this?
Oh, yeah. Well, snow. She just slid me out of the snow.
She just, pulled you by your feet, or how'd she pull you?
Pulled me by the arm.
And she was strong enough to pull you?
Yeah, well, she was under her fire, too.
Yeah, under fire, too. What a
Wow.
saint. What an angel.
She was under fire, too.
Oh, what an angel.
I'd have laid there. The sniper was after me. The sniper got one in my shoulder,
Yeah.
and the next house over.
So that nurse basically saved your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you lost all power to keep dragging.
Huh?
you lost all power to keep